Hello people, welcome to Metalhead Reacts. Today I'm doing a little different video for Fair Friday here today. I like to go in concerts. It's mostly my favorite thing to do when it comes to music. And I'll be listing my 18 shows that I've been to, starting from age 8 to now, I guess, age 24 that I am right now. Note the first 4 shows were all with my dad. My dad is very heavily into 80s music, and I guess I went to shows with him. My first show that I went to was Queensryche at the Warner Theater in Erie. I was 8 years old. Second one was I was at age 10. I think I went to see Def Leppard with Bryan Adams. I think all the way in Rochester. That was a long drive. I mean, that was a long drive. The third one I went to was seeing not the original Black Sabbath, with the one with Ron James Dio, when he got back together before he died, and Motorhead and Testament in Hamburg, New York. That was also a long drive. It took about like 5 hours to get to and 5 hours to get back. And also I had to school the next day, so I was like, we had to rush to get home. I think it was on a Saturday or a Monday or some day like that. And again, I saw Def Leppard at the Blossom, but for the life of me, I cannot remember who played with them. And then I had a little bit of a break in between because I had to focus on schooling, life in general, I guess. And I didn't go to a show until I was, I think, 18 years old, I feel like. And my first show, metalcore show, was my 5th show, Grounding Empire, with Secrets, Volumes, You From Revolt, and Ice Nine Kills. That's probably one of the best shows I've been to, honestly. And now it sucks that I don't even like Grounding Empire anymore. And also, I remember one time, I feel like the show, I was at the end of it, my dad was waiting for me outside. Spencer of Ice Nine Kills walked by, gave him a high five, and said he killed it. The next show, this was a little bit of a different one. I did feel like going, I didn't feel like going for it, but then people tried to convince me to go. Mushroom Man, I think it was with Unsaid Fate and Chiraya, but Chiraya didn't play because I guess back then the weather was really bad, and I guess I remember it was November or December somewhere day, and I think it's Unsaid Fate only played. It was one of like 4 to 3 bands, I feel like. And just to let you know, Mushroom Man's stage presence is really like, crazy, and they really into it. Next 7, I did take a little break in between that time. And then the 7th show I went to was For the Fallen Dreams with Palestine's, Cane Hill, No Zoo Fear, and Every Passing Dream, and 2x4. And that was kind of the first show into it. I actually did kind of enjoy it, and actually enjoyed the songs. And I actually remember one time, I think when the For the Fallen Dreams were playing, the mic of the guitar player kept cutting out, and he was getting really mad about it. If I remember correctly. Next, number 8, I think it was in like March of the next year after that, was Eye of the Beholder, Forevermore, and Come the Dawn at Basic Transmissions. Both of those shows were Basic Transmissions, all 4 of those actually, which is in Erie. Yeah, I saw Eye of the Beholder before they broke up, and I think the best band, and I was honestly Forevermore. Come the Dawn weren't even that good, if I remember correctly. Number 9. My first deathcore show was Oceano. That's 10 Seconds of Life, Force of the Blade. It was supposed to be Moral Defy, but Moral Defy didn't play because of Passport, I feel like, issues. Paddle's Departure and Takeover Soldiers, I think was the name of the local bands that they played. And that was definitely a different show that I've been to. Deathcore is way different than metalcore in terms of, like, moshing, I guess, because there's more, I guess there's a wall of death. As opposed to metalcore is just circle pits. And I feel like that's definitely, I like wall of deaths more. Even though you have to space the heck out in that case. but I feel like the best band that night was probably say Boys of Wood, and I like that band now still to this day. Don't like Oceana that much. Don't like the that's the thing. It's left and like, do you know? It's not some last 10 seconds of that sounds right for decent now. Number 10, that was a week afterwards, and then Sherlock, which is the back then was the vocal bar. Mushroom Man again. We found that fate. Number 11. And then I think it was in May or more. May, I think it was in May. Yeah, because I saw Gideon with Texas July, Kupa Clan, and Silent Planet. All good bands to see live. I think Texas in July, sadly, they're not a band anymore, was probably the best band that night. And then 12, probably one of my favorite shows. Northlane with Ocean's 8 Alaska and Hearts Wake. Northlane is one of the best bands live in with Marcus, and I think that's probably the best bands I've seen live. 13 was also a blind one off the top of my head. I just think I just learned this band's set in like a week or two or a month. Reflections with Tooth Grinder in You Forever. It's all supposed to play too, but I feel like considering from Canada, they have passport issues. Then 14, this was at the, I think, near the end of the year. Kanye Power again with Monty Monroe. And alright, I guess, because I think David was still in the band, but they got rid of the guitar players. I can't remember what his name was, but definitely the first time was better than the second time. In this case. And 15 took a long break. I think they took like a year break after this. And then my first show was Diosmer with If Not Upsy. We just had it, and Dark Ceremony. Dark Ceremony was one of the best bands I've ever seen, and will still be. The stage presence was just amazing. Their band just kicks butt. And then I took a year off again. Then I saw Carnifex with Rings of Saturn, Lorna Shore, and She Must Burn. Lorna Shore, still a good band. I see it live, and I think I saw Lorna Shore again before this. I can't now. I remember. I think I saw Lorna Shore before this. Began with Old Wounds. I can't remember the other bands that played it, but yeah, it's met. I think I saw it. So it's actually 19 shows I've been to. Well, considering the new one I'm going to next 2 in the other weeks. And 17, Suicide Silence with Bomb Brain Body and Prison. Charlottesville was supposed to play this show, but of course they didn't play because of passport issues again. I think Prison were the best band of the night, and I think my 19th show will be the Exile tour, Heather's tour with Whitechapel, Black Time Murder, Shadow Intent, Flash God Black Ups, and Aberration Scrap. In 3 weeks, I think, in Cleveland. So, yeah, that's my 19 shows I've been to now. I'm not going to be doing the new Puppet Nut Punch album because I never have listened to Puppet Nut Punch. I didn't even know people say, listen to Puppet Nut Punch, listen to them, they're really good. I can never get into them to save my life. So, we're doing Injustice's new album, Although Human. So, yeah, peace.